Well, our journey to Marvel's Infinity War is coming along just nicely, and now it's time to talk about my personal second favorite film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So let's talk about Captain America: Civil War. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my journey to Marvel's Infinity War. If you've been paying attention for any length of time, we've gone through each phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We got through Phase 2, now we're at the very beginning of Phase 3, and we're talking about Marvel's Civil War. Captain America: Civil War. And it is one heck of a way to start out Phase 3. Because like I already said, this is my second favorite film within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the second film directed by the Russo Brothers, and I absolutely love it. So in Captain America: Civil War, lines are drawn in the sand. A few different events have occurred across the course of what we've seen in the Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron that we get a perspective. We get an idea about death, about consequence. And certain things happen in Captain America: Civil War where the Sokovia Accords are made that will either have the Avengers run off as rogues against the US government, or they'll work with the US government. And with this plot put into the midst, Captain America, Steve Rogers, Iron Man, and Tony Stark, they are put on opposite ends of the spectrum. They're put on opposite ends of the bank, and now we have Captain America: Civil War. And guys, there is so much I love about Captain America: Civil War, so let's get into it. The first thing on my list of things I love about Civil War is what the Russo Brothers did. The Russo Brothers, as I've said time and time again, before they joined on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they were just two guys who did some stuff like directed some episodes for Community, which is a very good, very hilarious show. And then they came on board and directed Captain America: Winter Soldier, which many people agree, myself as well, that it is one of the best films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it is so different and it's so well put together. And the comedy mixed with the action, mixed with the drama of everything that was going inside it is great. And I think they showed that they do a much better job in Captain America: Civil War. Now, there are certain reasons why I like Captain America: Civil War better than Winter Soldier, and we'll get into that. But nonetheless, I gotta congratulate them as a whole. But now that we've talked about the Russo Brothers, let's catch up with our heroes. Let's talk about our heroes, because in all honesty, the performances by every actor who has been in a Marvel Cinematic Universe film, it is there, and it is 10 times better than it has ever been in Captain America: Civil War. Particularly the performances by Robert Downey Jr. and Steve Evans and Sebastian Stan. Those three performances in the film make this a higher level and a higher type of comic book movie than we've possibly seen in the past. The performances are so grounded and so realistic and just so heartbreakingly real that once you see them on screen, it's not only satisfying to see where these characters are going, but it also gives you even more character development and even more character depth than we've seen before. And yes, the other heroes, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Ant-Man, I mean all of those guys, they are in here. However, in the basis of this overall story, it is a Steve Rogers and Tony Stark Iron Man story, and Bucky Barnes. But of course, with every hero we have in Captain America: Civil War, we get introduced to a couple more. We get Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, and Tom Holland as Spider-Man. If you couldn't already tell by the shirt I'm wearing, giant Spider-Man fan. And I'm going to tell you right now, Tom Holland's performance as Spider-Man is the best interpretation I've ever seen. I love it. Many people say it, and I can't deny them. I can't disagree with them. Tom Holland's performance, he's a kid. He carries the attitude and persona that I loved about Spider-Man in the comics and from the 90s TV show and some aspects of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I mean, it's just great. And everything that he personifies in this film just makes me love Spider-Man even more. However, with all the great performances and character depth that we get in Civil War, there's a more powerful lesson here. Captain America Civil War is my second favorite MCU film, mostly because of the depth of where the emotions go in this movie. Some of the stuff is just downright heart-wrenching. Some of the stuff will make you angry. Any emotion that you could achieve while watching a great film, Captain America Civil War really encompasses. Because it's not just a great superhero film. This movie is a great film about conflict, about friendship, about love, about the people you care about most. Captain America Civil War is not just a great superhero film. Captain America Civil War is a great movie overall. We should probably talk about the comic book side of this, because yes, there is one particular scene. There's a lot of great comic book type action scenes inside of this film. However, there is one, namely the airport scene, that is the greatest superhero throwdown we've ever seen on screen, propelling Captain America Civil War, I think, above Avengers. It's just one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. You have all of these superheroes, you have all of these heroes who have all of these powers doing battle against one another. There's humor in the battle, and the unique personalities that each person has carry us over with the powers that they have. And it's made for a really cool, really hilarious, and really unique and fun experience. In fact, it's not just fun, it's flat out fantastic and awesome. Is it the best comic book movie ever made? Well, that argument could definitely be up in the air. I think it's up there, but for me personally, Logan still has that title of being the best comic book movie ever made. But Captain America Civil War, it's definitely top 3. Logan, The Dark Knight, Captain America Civil War. After all of this, talking about how passionate and how much I love Captain America Civil War, honestly guys, I don't want to say any more after this review, because this is a film that you downright need to see if you haven't. It's full of emotion, it's full of care, it's full of pride, it's just a great movie overall, and honestly, I could literally talk about this movie for days because of how much power it translated to me and how much emotion it gave me. How powerful of a story it is. And guys, Captain America Civil War, it is not just a great superhero movie. Captain America Civil War, it is not just a great movie. Captain America Civil War is suit worthy. Alright, we're on our journey to Infinity War, and we've gone through my second favorite MCU film, which is funny because tomorrow we're going to be talking about my least favorite MCU film. I understand a lot of people like it, but we'll be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I can't wait to see you guys there. I hope to see you there, and of course, you know how I'm going to end this. Guys, it is what you say that matters. So have you seen Captain America Civil War? It's hard to imagine you haven't by now, but if you haven't, or if you have, what did you think of it? And you really should go see it if you haven't. And whatever your thoughts may be about this particular film, leave them down in the comment section below so we can get a conversation started. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.